Wow.
How do you do that and be like, it's chill? A lot of other people have been doing their own spin on professionals reacting to things related to their line of work. Now, we're a bunch of visual effects artists, and today we're gonna react to deceased actors. One of the most challenging things you can do in visual effects is make a photorealistic human look completely normal. We've come a long way from where we began.
It's been a long day to see you again.
In terms of trying to replicate a person that no longer is alive, this is the best that has ever been done.
So this is the one shot that most people identify as the fake Paul Walker. They didn't do any sort of computer-generated face here. This is actually old footage from another movie that was composited and matched back onto his face and relit.
The only thing that gives it away is if you watch his neck and the collar of his shirt, the way his body moves doesn't correspond to how his head is moving. It's like his body shifts back, which would naturally cause your head to like rock a little bit, and that doesn't happen.
His eye line, it looks like he's looking way past the
Yeah.
camera.
Like he's not making eye contact with Vin Diesel.
It looks like he's just staring off into the distance, like his eyes are also like super sharp. Like that, this like strip right here is, the clarity is really high. And I don't think it really matches the clarity of like down his chin and shirt. This is the shot that everyone really recognizes as the fake Paul Walker, but there are dozens of shots throughout this whole movie where Paul Walker was completely computer generated from like the neckline up.
What?
They actually have Paul Walker's brothers. They look like him just enough that they use it as inspiration for the performance and reference for the lighting.
Whoa.
Because they actually replace, from neckline up, the brothers with Paul Walker's computer-generated face. This entire scene, Paul Walker's face is fake.
What? That's good, dude.
It's really good.
That's really good. Yeah, I had no idea.
It's such a normal situation, so it doesn't trigger anything to be looking for VFX. That's crazy. Yeah, this looks really good.
That's really good.
The only thing that slightly puts it off is the chin and the neck with the collar. Like the shadows, and like you can see his brother, there's folds there as it goes like this. They don't quite have those folds with Paul Walker. You don't really notice it. You know what really stands out to me? The irises in the eyes. So your iris and your lens are like different levels, and so when light comes in from the side of your eye, it catches your iris a little bit. So that means that the artists have modeled the internals of the eye, and the iris has actual depth in the eye.
Eyes are the portal into the soul, and
Right.
people have worked for years trying to perfect rendering eyes.
This one looks a little CG.
So the eyes, I don't think, work in that shot. This is where the uncanny valley comes in. It's really hard to identify what exactly is off here, but our brain, after millions of years of evolving to identify faces, can identify that something is off there.
I mean, this right here is just a demonstration of how good it actually is. I can't point out.
That
looks
flawless.
perfect. That looks perfect. Man, they have the cheek muscles flex. Like, watch. In a second here, once it splits.
Whoa,
right,
yeah.
Right there. Like
Yeah.
he punches his jaw and his cheek flexes.
Weta Digital is probably the most talented visual effects studio in the world.
In terms of trying to replicate a person that no longer is alive, this is the best that has ever been done.
龙是不死的，因为龙从不离开水。
Whoa.
Oh, I have seen this.
Whoa, geez.
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
Dude, this is like Tekken 7 right here, dude. He's too gummy. He's too like, oh, come on.
I can't help but think that Bruce Lee wouldn't be cool with somebody using his corpse to sell alcohol.
I don't think they nailed the subsurface scattering.
That's what I was gonna say too.
His skin looks too plasticky or waxy. If we had a flashlight here, I'd show you.
You can see it right there.
Do it on the back of my ear. So you know what I'm talking about, where your skin lights up kind of like red.
Yeah.
That happens across your face, your arm. It absorbs light and scatters it. The skin itself is actually kind of self-illuminating. And here, it definitely looks like they didn't really nail that subsurface scattering effect. So it kind of comes across as like just a reflective plastic skin.
Turn your face towards me a little bit so I can see.
Yeah, you got a light in my eye.
I
dude.
know, just keep them closed. Now, on the tip of his nose, what's happening is the light's actually going in and then scattering a little bit and coming back out. And if there's light coming from this side and there's shadow on this side, right on that edge where the light meets the shadow of your skin, and that leads to a slightly reddish like edge between the skin where it's bright and where it's dark. And if
Yeah.
you look at the edge of his nose and his brow and his eyelid and his cheek, there's none of that slightly reddish tint, that little reddish line. There's the perfect example of that red line of
Oh, you're
subsurface
right.
scattering.
This is it.
Like, that's what I'm talking about, where it's not about just being able to see through things, it's also right on the edge of where the light disappears, because you have a little bit of that light that's actually gone into the surface that's now catching that shadow right there. If you want it to be real, especially if you're gonna do high-key lighting like this, you need to model that. And that's very complicated because you get into your skeleton underneath your face, it's gonna block the light.
这是我改变一切的秘密。
Ooh, that looks
Tekken
really
6,
bad.
man.
Stop saying video games.
It is though.
It is. He looks like that one guy from Tekken.
That looked a lot better. This one right here, because you're hiding detail. You know, you're kind of hiding it, but the other ones is like.
Yeah, when you go real extreme on the lighting, it does a lot to hide your flaws.
Hey, Ma. Look who comes.
Okay, wait. I've never watched The Sopranos. I want to see if I can identify who was replaced.
You've never seen The Sopranos? Who's CG? The chair? Mammy? It's her. Is it
It's got to be the oldest one, sitting in a chair. Yeah, you can
okay.
see.
Oh, I see the ambient occlusion around the
some,
neck
there's some
lines.
shadow compositing going on
Yeah.
that.
Grammy neck,
Yeah.
just hovering.
It's a hoverhead.
It's also it's a totally different color. than the rest
Hoverhead
of the
is a
scene.
big problem. Just watch freaking Civil War and like Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, their heads on those suits.
Yeah.
Hoverhead, man.
Now look here.
Oh!
Oh, what happened on the neck? There's just no shadow between the cloth and the neck.
She's like,
And it's like the softness and sharpness don't match.
Also, her shoulder is not casting a shadow on her neck.
what happened, dude?
What? Where's that bright light
Yeah,
coming
that's
from?
the thing. There's this bright light coming on the side of her face that's not in the rest of the shot.
It's not
at
lighting up
all.
her shoulder. It's not lighting up her arm or the side of the chair. Just the side of her face.
Dude, they told her.
This is what we mean when we say match the lighting of the shot you're gonna do before actually shooting a green screen element. This is unmotivated lighting right here.
Dude, they said, don't move when you act. Just stand still and don't move your shoulders or your head.
How do you
Rough.
do that and be like it's chill? The lighting
things
change.
work.
Dude, the freaking light flipped
Yeah.
to the other side. What happened just then?
Wow. I'm sure there's nothing that people could do. It's like they got given the footage, like slap it on the face. And her part's on the right side.
You're so right, dude. They horizontal flipped it. Oh
and
my
now it's
God.
on the left side.
They horizontal
Why
flipped
would
it.
they even flip it between those two shots?
Maybe they had to.
It looks like they were just using what they were
Mistakes.
given.
Maybe they knew she was gonna pass. So they're like, real quick, let's swoop in, throw the green screen up.
Get the pop-out green screen by her hospital bed?
Maybe.
No,
maybe.
I don't think
I
so.
highly doubt. That's like, imagine that's you and you're like, I'm feeling pretty good today. And the producer comes up, so we think you're gonna die soon, so you wanna shoot some pickup shots before you go?
Can you just give me all your emotions
I
real
was
quick?
feeling good today. Now I don't feel good.
I should be laughing, but it's really fun.
I think the only person you can get away doing that with is Stan Lee.
I have a feeling you're right, Wren. Like it'd be chill to go up to Stanley and be like, yo, let me gather those assets before, you know.
We're also making a lot of assumptions here.
We
so.
are.
It seems you've won your freedom. Are you in danger of becoming a good man?
In the Gladiator movie, where an actor dies before the movie finishes production, and they still have scenes to shoot with him.
So this is Oliver Reed, the actor.
What's his name? Is that Proximo? Is that his name? So
Oh, I
right
see.
there.
So they took him from that one shot and put him into this shot. Basically, it's just a collage, cutting it out of one shot, sticking it into the other, and like giving a little color change.
Video Photoshop.
Okay, what are they gonna
Whoa,
do there with those
yeah.
shadows? Oh, they have the production design. They did it. Oh! That's smart. That's really smart. That's going like, all right, we have this crazy lighting on his face. Let's design our set for this extra scene we gotta get, so it can motivate the same shadows.
Dude, the freaking crisscross.
That's what The Sopranos needed. That's flawless. The simplest
Yeah.
way to do it is the most effective right here.
Grandma Tarkin.
It's not Grandma.
Grandma Tarkin.
Have you ever seen Star Wars? So, Peter Cushing is the actor who died some time ago, and the only reason why they were able to reproduce him digitally in this movie was because they actually had a perfect life cast of his face.
Wow.
And that was just pure luck on their part. And so they're able to take a very high detailed 3D scan of that casting of his face to recreate him digitally.
The lighting is great.
The lighting is very good.
They're doing all the things we've been saying with lighting. It's like a strong side key light, good contrast.
They've got the good subsurface scattering on his skin. All the technical checklists are being checked off here.
But why doesn't it look
But
that
why
good?
doesn't it look that good?
Because I think
Here's
it
what
looks really
is.
bad in my opinion. I think it really stands out.
Well, no, I do too.
It's like too floaty. It's too free.
It's the motion.
It's the motion of the lips for me. The motion of the lips is the hardest thing to do because I don't know. There's so many intricate ways your lips can move, and it's really hard to replicate that digitally. Everything else looks pretty solid, but you can always tell. You can tell that it's not real.
It's like an animated gummy lip.
It's hard to say what have they not yet done to take it to that final step.
See, this is basically the best we can do while still being in the uncanny valley. It's so good, but you can still tell, and I don't know what to do to make it better.
I think the problem isn't how good it looks. when it's still, because clearly it looks perfect. It's
Yeah.
how good it looks when it's moving. It's the small things that happen in your face when big things happen. Like when I go, you know, the big thing is my jaw opens up and you see that. The small things that happen are my hairs change directions, my pores stretch, the plates of my skin like stretch and you get micro wrinkles. Really in-depth physics, like the soft body meat physics of like your face, which is very complicated. That's where I think Grand Moff Tarkin is failing. It's just very firm. He has like the skin firmness
Of like a 25-year-old.
yeah, a 25-year-old who hasn't eaten anything in 2 weeks.
If someone asked me to do this, I wouldn't know where to start. It'd be like the equivalent of like someone being, hey, I need you to go in the desert and like put all of these little pieces of sand in order.
What is it they've sent us?
Hope.
Again, this looks very, very good,
But it does not look real.
but it doesn't look real.
When it was wide, it looked really good. And then like she got so close to the camera, you could literally see like the makeup texture for like her eyes were like, which is impressive that they had that much detail, but it's like, boy, this is hyper sharp and high resolution.
It's the animation of the lips. That's the thing in that shot.
That looked pretty good to me though.
Between the nose and above the chin, this strip right here. Man, this shot just kind of confounds me. Her eyes kind of look wrong.
The reason her eyes lack soul is because she's not giving the performance. People aren't just their physical manifestation of themselves, it's also their personality. This is somebody trying to pretend they're Carrie Fisher. This isn't Carrie Fisher, regardless of how much it looks like Carrie Fisher. I'm gonna show you guys something and see what you guys think. Tell me if this looks better or worse.
What is it they've sent us?
Hope.
That looks better.
The contrast is
Wow.
That looks way
That
better.
was loads better. That was way better. It looked like a much
Yeah.
more natural performance.
Yeah.
So the one on the far right is what they matched her to. That was when she's confronting Lord Vader at the very beginning of A New Hope.
Look how her lip pulls out just a little bit more in the middle. The intricacy and the nuance of the muscle there, where these muscles are pushing up and this one's pulling out, leading to a little more of a pronounced curve that you don't have in the motion captured Rogue One version.
Yeah, that looks way better. Oh my God, that looks way better.
Yeah.
The motion, it nailed the motion.
So this is a question for you guys and for you guys. I'd love to hear your comments. Do you believe people should own the likeness of their face? Because theoretically, I could stick Tom Cruise in a corridor video right now, or at least something that looks like Tom Cruise. I wouldn't be able to say it's Tom Cruise, the Tom Cruise, because that would be lying. But I could have something that looks exactly like Tom Cruise. Should he get upset? Can he sue me for his likeness? Do we own our muscular structure of our faces?
It's definitely a gray line.
There's a skill and a talent to acting. It's more than just how you look. I love reacting to these videos. Trying to explain all these techniques and
it's
reacting to
fun.
them. If you have a movie, a TV show, a music video that you want us to break down, leave a comment below. We had a bunch of great suggestions. We've made a huge list so far, and we are going through and we're gonna knock them out. So please leave a comment. We read them all.
Oh, I have a video for you guys to see next. It's one that we did recently. It's really cool. It involves a motion capture suit and transforming. Clint, tell me about the video.
Check this out. Challenge these guys. Can you transform from Optimus Prime into a truck and actually drive down the freeway?
Wait, what do you mean, can you?
Can you contort your body in a motion capture suit, link it up to a model of Optimus Prime, and look like a truck?
You don't look like a truck.
Can it be done? I guess you'll have to watch the video to find out.